I'm thinking back to word problems day words. What's the first most important and most not done or skipped over step to a word problem? What? Reading it. Okay? It's the first step that you need to do. You need to read it. It's the most important step because you need to know, it tells you what you got to find. And it's the most skipped over one because you try and just make stuff up. You just see the numbers and you just want to go and you don't want to take the time to read it. So it's all of those three things wrapped up into one. Okay? So I promise you that you will get more by taking the time to read and reread the problem. Okay? Because you're going to need to read the problem first. Then you've got to write a systems of equations. So that means you're going to have to write two equations. Or I shouldn't say that. You're going to have to write an equation for every variable that you define. Okay? And then you need to do it. And we can do it by graphing, substitution, or elimination as of right now. Okay? So let's read this problem together. $2,384 in revenue was made from the 378 adult passes and 214 children passes sold to the county fair. Okay? An adult pass costs $2 more than a children's pass. Find the cost of an adult pass and find the cost of a children's pass. Okay? So we read the problem. What it's telling me is we need to find the cost of an adult pass and a children's pass. We got to find two cost values. Cost, money. Okay? So we're going to need to have stuff in money form. Okay? Love it. So then let's go back and let's reread the problem. So okay. So this right here tells me an equation. Okay. Usually in a word problem, each sentence is going to be an equation. The sentence contains some kind of numberings. It's going to be an equation, that whole sentence. Okay? So that tells me that this one and that one. Let's go with C is children's pass and A is adult. Okay? So if we define it that way, or you could use X and Y, that's fine, but you got to know which one's which when you're doing it. Okay? So 2,384, oops. Trying to make a 2 and a 3 all at the same time. $2,384, how much they made. There were 378 adult passes and 214 children's passes. Yep. Then the next sentence says, so that would say an adult pass costs $2 more than a children's pass. Okay? So we've made our system of equations. Now we got to solve it. Looking at our system, what is set up automatically for us? No. Substitution is already set up for us. So let's use substitution then to solve it, since it's already set up. So then this would become 2, 3, 8, 4 is going to equal 378 times C plus 2 plus 214 C. How would you solve that? Distribute. Distribute. Yep. Yep. Love it. Okay. So 2, 3, 8, 4 equals 3, 7, 8 C plus, what do we got? 756? Yeah? No? Maybe? 756? Eight. 2. This? Yeah. 2, 9, 592. Yeah. Yeah. What do we got? What? 2.75? First spot check. Does that make sense in terms of money? Yeah. Okay. Makes sense in terms of money. Okay. All right. That's good. And then we have to plug that back into A equals 2.75 plus 2. So an adult pass would be $4.75. Agreed? First check. Is the adult pass $2 more than the children's pass? Yes. Works out. Okay? Second check. Now we need to do 378 times 4.75. Going to probably need a calculator for that one. And we have to do 214 times 2.75. Okay? 378 times 4.75. I get 1795.50. Yes? 214 times 2.75. I get 588.5. Add those two together, and I get 2384, which is what it is. Right? Yeah. So our answer then, with word problems, comes a little bit more. So an adult pass is $4. Oops, I put $7. Half of them breaks. $4.75 with a label, and a Children's Pass is $2.75. There's two checks that you have to make on this one. First check is a logic check. Does it make sense? Okay? And we did that when we got to $2.75. Yeah, that could be money. Okay? Second check is the actual math. Okay? All right? Questions, comments, concerns, clarification? At this time, I would like you to solve this one. At Phillips Convenience Store, the total cost of one medium and one large soda is $1.74. So I would say here, let's go M for medium and L for large. Now again, any of the 26 letters, these are not the same one. Okay? Large soda costs 16 cents more than medium soda. Find the cost of each soda. Okay? So, large soda, medium plus large is $1.74. Large soda is the medium soda plus 16 cents. Okay? Looks like substitution is back in order. So, medium plus 16 cents is $1.74. So that's medium cost $64.50. So I got a medium soda is $75.79. Yeah. Okay. And so if medium is 79 cents and large going to be 79 cents plus 16 cents. So that's going to give you the large is $80.95. Both make sense. Add those two together, and we got 4 carry the 1, $1.74. Yeah. Love it. Oh yeah. Try that one. Good time. Five-pound nut mixture is worth $2.80 per pound. The mixture contains peanuts worth $1.70 and cashews worth $4.55. How many pounds of each type of nut are in the mixture? Yeah. So, looks like we're dealing with, let's go with P for peanuts. And C for cashews. Does that work for you? Yeah. What does that tell us? Okay, so which equation is going to equal 5? Let's say. Okay, so that tells me C plus P has to equal 5. So there's a total of 5 pounds there. Love it. Okay. What else does it tell us? How much is this 5 pounds worth? No. $14. How'd we get 14? There's 5 pounds. Each pound is worth $2.80. So the total is 14 pounds. Okay? So my second equation is going to equal $14. Each pound of cashews is worth how much? $4.55. Each pound of peanuts is worth how much? $1.70. There's my 2 equations. Okay? Now, I'm going to pause it again here. Solve it this time. Okay? Now we got the equation. Solve it. That's substitution. Okay. So I would want that equal -8. Add P equals 5C equal 5.5. C is 1.9292456. Right? Okay. First, logic 1. Does it make sense? What? So you shouldn't expect a lot of cashews because it's more expensive. Yep. Okay. Love it. Yeah, that's one reason, yes. Let's talk the decimal points. Can we have all those decimal points in pounds? Yeah, okay. Correct. But that's not the point. The question was, can we have it? Yes, we can have it. Okay. Most scales, correct, don't go that far in decimal points. Yes, I agree with you on that one. Okay. But if this were like people, you know what I mean? Then these wouldn't make sense. Yeah. Because you can't have 0.9 of a person. Okay? Right? But in pounds, it makes sense. Okay? So don't get, the point of this problem is, don't get scared because it doesn't come out to a whole number. Okay? or it's a goofy, it's an ugly looking desk. That shouldn't scare us anymore. I wouldn't round until the very end. I know, but don't round until the very end. You know what I mean? Yeah. No. So I would say here that we had, actually let me rewrite this in a different way. I would say here that we had 3.07 pounds of peanuts. Right? That seems to be a good natural break point right there. Okay? And I would say, we went to 2 there, 1.93 pounds of cashew. Okay? Life is not all unicorns and rainbows. Okay? Sometimes we get ugly looking answers, and they are what the answer is. Okay? Okay? Good? You have 2 things to do this weekend. First thing, you have the back side of the worksheet. There are 3 word problems to do on this week's week 20 worksheet. Plus, there's 4 on the front side. Plus, some of you, yesterday I gave you guys a mod. The day before that, I gave you guys a mod. So far, you've had 2 mods this week to get last week's homework done. Plus, last week you had 2 mods. There were 4 total problems last week, and so far I've given you 4 mods to do them. And I'm still missing 16 homework problems. Or 16 homeworks, I should say. Okay? That is unacceptable. Okay? That is not good. Okay? You need to get that stuff in. Okay? So you got that. Plus, on top of that, there is a formative this week. Okay? There is a formative this week that you need to do. It is set to open at 2 o'clock today. Get it done by Sunday. Okay? So 2 homeworks and a formative. For some of you, it's 3 problems and a formative because you've been working diligently, and I've known that. So, okay? So get your stuff done. Okay?